Good evening and welcome to the Geek Initiative, the Creeping Aberration. I've got everybody laughing here because they thought I was going to get it wrong again.
You nearly did.
I nearly did. I nearly did. I had to work really hard.
I saw the braids turning.
I was ever so slightly there. Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, another episode. We've now hit episode 20. I can't believe we've done that many now of this adventure, and it's all hotting up now. So, without further ado, the players. To my right, we have...
Hello, I'm Rhys. I will be playing normally Anderloss. However, today I will be covering both Snuggum and Anderloss, so hopefully I don't get us killed.
Yes, get well soon, Harry.
Absolutely, get well soon, bud.
Yeah, and, don't put it there again. Brings water to your eyes.
And because Harry's not here, I'm still playing Bobbo, but I'm also doing the desk. I'm done.
So any mistakes, we get
can
to
blame
be out of him this time.
Any mistakes, it's Adrian's fault. He set it all up.
Passing the buck again.
Yeah, never takes responsibility.
That's what we do nowadays.
Fair enough. I'm Fee and I'll be as always Elzana.
Excellent. So, when we last saw the characters, there was an interesting time. The town guard of Benot were kind of wondering what to do. There was all these monsters that were cornered in a kind of small warehouse district. And you guys said, well, we've dealt with these before. And I said, well, be our guest. And they let you in. And they nearly kicked your butts.
Nah, it was easy.
We almost died.
Well, 2 down, 1 on 2 hit points, 1 on 1 hit point.
And we managed to live.
Harry said from
You
the start
only-
we'll be all right, and we were.
We
So,
did,
you know.
by the slim of our team.
And you two only survived due to well-timed D20 rolls.
I survived due to this dice here,
Yes.
which is from the ones that in
Which
link.
is from Tabletop Dominion, where you can get 15% off.
Yeah, in the link.
tabletopdominion.com/Geek Initiative.
I would have failed otherwise because all the other dices were failing.
Let's see how many times I can get that in this week.
Do I start a tally? I'll start a tally.
So that was 1 so far.
Yeah. So and you'll see the advert above our heads, just here.
Yeah.
It's not really an advert. It's just we're affiliated with them.
There we
They're
go.
nice. They're really nice guys.
Got a tally now.
So anyway, yes, you barely survived, and when you were all got up, battered, bruised, covered in blood, surrounded with monstrous bodies that they were starting to pile up and starting to burn.
We killed a fair few.
You did. There was a lot of them.
There was a lot.
That was a severe encounter, and it took all session, and you.
Just about lived.
It was a really good session, actually.
It was really good.
It was really fun.
You
spent all of it knocked out.
I know, but I still enjoyed it. That's the sign of a good session. I didn't do
Absolutely.
nothing and still enjoyed it.
yeah, and you still let Harry do all the controls and just sat doing nothing.
Go on.
But
But now I'm paying for it. I'm doing 2 jobs. Right?
and then at the end of that, because it wasn't even really
The middle of the day.
yeah, it was barely lunchtime, so
We all went and had a nap.
you all went back.
No, we used
Had
our hit dice.
A nice lot of sort of bunch of short rests, got yourself patched up, and caught your breath. Went back to the tavern, and
Wait, all this
the guard
to blow
captain, Captain Crulin, said that he would come and visit you that evening.
Oh, so we've got a whole afternoon.
Yeah, so you kind of had the afternoon free. I know that Bobbo was going to go hat shopping.
I was going to try to.
Yeah. Roll me a d20. Actually, turn it into an investigation check.
Still a D20.
So it's still a
right?
D20.
Yeah, but he gets to add something.
I don't, because it's a 0.
You do not find.
Fail!
You,
I got
find a hat shop, but you do not find any hats inside.
Oh.
No. My adding is 0.
So what's the number?
The number's 8.
Ah,
Yeah, you still yes. Yeah, you definitely find a hat shop, but you don't find any hats within.
Hmm.
You find a few scarves, that's it.
Do I not even find one of those snow hats with like a little bobble on top or something.
Or the
You
ones
do.
with the flappy ears.
You do, but it's on the head of a small child.
Oh, okay.
You must not steal it, even if
Yeah.
it is the
I'm a
princess.
halfling, it will fair, right?
Now, sideburns are too big.
So this was what he did last one, or was he doing this for now?
He's doing this sort of between
Ben and
last session's timing and
Okay.
the captain of the guard arriving.
Okay, cool.
Is there anything that anybody else wanted to do during that time, or should we fast
I
forward?
think most of us wanted to
that
get
evening.
cleaned up, didn't they?
Yeah, because I think one of you said you were going to take a bath and then go shopping or something.
I would have said I would take a bath, and no one would have said
Yeah.
go shopping.
I'm kind of assuming that you've gone off, picked
Can
a
I-
few random flowers and whatever, and you've maybe
My
done a bit of alchemy.
potions, yeah.
However,
I'm-
last time you did that, I don't think you actually wrote down your potions.
No, I just wrote down potion. I literally just wrote down 3 minor healing potions.
Yes, that was what it was last time. Yeah,
But
So,
that was before we went somewhere else.
with you still being injured.
Yeah.
And taking care of your wounds, cleaning yourself up, I would say that let's let you have one more. So you've
So
now
I've
got
now
a
got
nice
4.
round 4,
Okay.
enough for one each kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're only minor, so then they're basically going to get you back off of the ground, and that's about it.
Oh, fair.
But
I already have potions as well, so
so
At
if
least
there's
someone else who can heal other than yourself.
definitely. So if
If
I go
there's,
down, you're just
Yeah.
not going to be a good time.
We're doomed.
It
and it nearly happened.
nearly happened. It nearly did. Yeah.
Can't believe we got you within 1 hit point.
I was one. I was
Nearly got
hanging
you.
on by the skin of my teeth, quite literally. So
So yeah, we'll fast forward to that evening,
Hmm.
and you're all sat there. You've been taking it easy. You've not been heavily drinking, but you kind of think, it's now coming to the evening. Now's probably a time to just wash away the last of the pain. When the sun is pretty much just set now.
barricade the doors.
No, there's no. The captain comes in and he says, because most of the guests have gone now. Most of the patrons have gone, thinking that the curfew's still. He comes and he goes, "We have lifted the curfew. We do not need it anymore. You have solved the problem. You are the heroes of Beno."
So it's taken you all day to come and tell us that?
No, he was.
No,
Cleaning the
I
box.
have had other jobs to do.
Yeah, but if you come in and told them earlier, they could have made some more money. You're impeding on their business at the moment.
I'm more thinking about my guards. It means I don't have to have all my guards out tonight. They are absolutely shattered.
I see.
Whilst you
So
were
it's all
getting
about
beaten
you,
up,
is
so
it?
were they. Now, I do have to thank you again for your selfless act of helping us. And,
Well, you're welcome.
and I hope you don't mind, but while we eat, drink, and discuss things, I have invited the mayor.
The mess.
She wanted to see you. She wanted to thank you.
Right. Okay.
And potentially interrogate you a little bit as well.
Oh, of
She's-
course.
She's kind of wanting information.
Lovely.
It's good to see that you look in better condition than you did.
Thank you. So by interrogate, you don't mean anything too untoward.
No thumbscrews.
Oh,
It's
okay. Okay.
She will only sit and have a meal with us.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, she's in no condition to do anything else.
Oh, okay.
And after a few minutes of this small talk, the door opens, and this thin, elderly lady walks in, wearing a very drab, plain dress with a simple cardigan over it. You would be forgiven quite easily for thinking this was just any old lady, if it wasn't for the chain of office hanging around her neck. And she walks in, and when your first impression of her is this is a woman who's got the weight of the world on her shoulders.
So she looks troubled, basically.
Yeah, this is someone who, during the recent issues that they've had with these monsters, she's taken it personally, and she's taken responsibility of trying to fix everything.
But it's not fixed
In which
yet. We've got to
case,
figure out where
I'm
the crystals come from.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out a chair for her and say, "Have a seat. Looks like you got the weight of the world on your shoulders."
Of course.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know why you only run a town.
She sits down and goes, hello, everyone. I am Catherine Modeste.
Catherine Modeste.
Modeste.
Catherine
Catherine.
Modeste.
Oh, okay. For a second there, I thought that was a very
How'd
troubling
you
name.
spell the surname?
Modeste. It's basically Catherine Modeste.
Modeste. Yeah, cool.
I am the mayor here of Benoit. Captain Crulin here, he has told me of your heroics. And he has intimated to me that you might be of more use with what you know. He invited me here. I hope you do not mind for me to join
No,
For,
of course.
for your evening meal. Effectively, it would be fantastic if you can tell us everything you know. Absolutely everything.
That's not a lot.
Would I be able to do a medicine check?
Too many citizens have died here,
Well-
in Benoit alone, but I have had reports that this is happening in a lot of places.
Hmm.
Well,
So,
from recent events, I can
it must
tell
be
you one
stopped.
thing,
Yeah?
one major thing.
Caused by crystals.
Your silos need better pillows.
Okay.
I do not understand.
It's okay. He's just damaged to the brain sometimes.
It happens with combat.
Yes. However, we do have a question. That is are you sure you're in the best of health? You look rather.
I am just old.
Age
Age takes its toll on all of us.
Anderloss, that's rude.
I mean, I was going to offer to help her if she was in.
I took it as it was offered. I
Oh.
understood what you meant.
Okay, because
Yeah,
you kind of look like you're going to be run over by a breeze.
It wouldn't take much.
Anderloss.
I mean,
What?
Bedside manner, my friend.
Oh, okay.
I am in my 70s.
Fair enough.
I understand this.
So the thing with all this is we've come through other places where it's been going on, and some of them it's been going on for weeks and weeks then, and it all seems to keep being caused by crystals and the spores coming off of them.
Tell me about these crystals.
Well, they're blue, they're usually glowing, and they have spores coming off of them.
Spores.
Yeah, I did have it written down what they were called, but I keep losing the page I've written it on.
Argonentum or what was? I had it
Something
written
like-
down my page as well. It's just off the top of my head.
It makes her
That-
murder people.
Dan's just looking at me as if to say, "Don't look at me. I don't take notes."
Consonances of first one.
Because I keep writing it down.
See, I could tell you, but I now just want to make you all scribble,
It's-
go through your notes.
I know it's something.
I can't remember if I wrote it on these ones or the other ones.
This is quite fun.
You know, actually, with these two writing everything down,
Proto-Arcanum.
Proto-Arcanum.
I knew I
Well,
had it
Both at the
somewhere.
same time.
with these two writing everything down, and with you writing obviously the main adventure, you got stuff to write a friggin' book.
Stop.
That's
What?
what I'm doing.
What are you telling me to stop for?
So, this
We're basically trying to track down where they've come from. We don't know if they've started here or come through here. So we're
So-
following the trail back where everything's coming from.
where did you first see this?
Oh god, I'm bad with names of places.
Oh, fjord.
Yeah. Oh,
Ulfjord?
that's what I'm trying to say.
Ulfjord. Fjord. This is where you are from, yes?
If that's the very start one, then yes.
Yes.
I get confused with the order.
And so you have travelled all through Sornen and then
Benet.
ended up coming here, and you followed the trail through here.
Yeah, because the
I guess
last
it kind of
person that was known
makes
to
sense that
have
it's getting worse.
the last person that was known to have had them
Yes.
was known to be either from here or through here. I forget which. And that was
Through here.
through here. That was it. And he was
He was the Sultan's...
yeah.
was
What
it?
was
Nephew.
his name?
Nephew.
Sultan's nephew.
Oh,
Oh, yes, the Sultan's nephew.
no wonder you have left Sornen.
Yeah.
If he gets hold of you, whew,
We also
the
killed a
Sultan's
guy who
nephew
with
got
crows.
hopped up on the crystals and looked like one of them
With
things that have
crows.
been attacking this town. So
Have you heard?
whatever happens with these crystals, the spores and that, and the powder and everything that comes off of them, if you breathe it in, you become one of those.
Makes you go crazy.
They were originally human.
Aside from these,
That's what we worked out eventually, that we had people going missing and we had these monsters arriving, and we originally thought they were coming in as they were abducting people and taking them away for food or some horrible thing.
from what we've seen, these are transformations of these people.
Aberrations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes,
transformations.
these aberrations
However,
seem to be getting
Have
worse.
you experienced animals acting strange?
So far, we've seen crows doing it. They'll have a blue tint to them. Their eyes might be blue, or their fur will
We
be
haven't
feathers.
seen down, but
The
there are, other than people's pet dogs and cats, there are very few animals in town. It's the sort of, it's not.
I
The
mean,
sort of thing we have.
these crows that we experienced, they were tested on with the crystals, you know. So
I mean, that would make sense.
It is a. It is a. What do you call it? A
Conundrum?
no,
An issue.
no.
Pandemic? It's a word.
It's something out of the ordinary. It's not.
Peculiar.
Abnormal.
Abnormal.
It's an abnormal occurrence, you know, because it's not natural. It's not like the animals have done it to themselves. They were tested upon. So
From what wherever they are coming from,
Which is what we're.
the
trying to
impression I
figure
have
out.
is wherever they are stored, whoever is storing them and the contact they have, that is then causing them to go and be contaminated and
The only
become
name we've
these
got from
aberrations.
it so far was H. Wallian. Wallian. I can't pronounce the names. I'm really bad at it. And he was the one that was the Sultan's nephew.
he was Istan Kitra's nephew. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, obviously, as I said, he inhaled the spores and stuff from the Proto-Arcanum crystals, and he became one of those aberrations, and we had to defend ourselves, and that's how we ended up dying.
And that is why you have left Sonnen.
Well, no, we're trying to track down the source point of the crystals
And that brought you here.
so far. And then from
So,
here, we'll be going on further to
I
check
assume-
other places.
I assume then the Sultan's nephew came through here.
Yeah. We're following the
I
trail.
wonder if he
Well,
was storing some of the what has caused this.
Yeah.
It's
We
possible.
We were told
Could
that
this be a plot by Escania?
Could possibly.
we were
don't
told
know.
we were told most people who travel north come through here, stop here
Well,
before
yes.
going on. So this was the natural next stopping point for us to test
Unless
or
you go
see what's
into
going on.
unless you go into the realm of the Gazrul, we are the place to cross. Yeah,
So-
this is how you get into Sonnen. Through us.
Obviously we've demonstrated our heroics.
Yes.
You know, we've
We've saved a few people.
yes, they have.
Yeah.
Have we done enough to convince you that we're here to help?
Of course, that was never in doubt.
No. The reason why I'm asking is, do you have like a
What do you think?
master key?
Oh dear God, where's he
Master
going with
key?
this?
Because I'm thinking we got told that most of these things get stored in the warehouses before moving on.
You
So
mean
I'm
a
just
master
wondering
key to the warehouses?
if you've got a master
Right.
key, we can go and check this sort of stuff out.
Oh. Captain Crolin here has already done this. That is what has kept him busy all day. And
Was there anything?
you realise at this point that he's actually
Captain
not
what?
You're
Sorry?
forgiven then, Captain.
Crulin. K-R-U-L-A-I-n.
Captain Bob.
KIU.
K-R-U-L-A-I-N. He's, you realise at this point he's been tucking into his food, drinking his wine, and he's been ignoring most of the conversation.
What did you
He
said he was
looks
doing?
knackered.
What was it you said he was doing?
He was clearing out the
Checking the warehouse.
warehouses.
Okay.
We have, when we have come across this stuff, we have discovered a couple of ways of dealing with it. we have found that if you take a damp cloth and you throw it over the crystals, it stops them releasing the spores. And we have then kind of wrapped them all up in damp crystals, and we have put them in metal chests.
Okay, so there's definitely
We do not know
some
what to
here
do with
then.
them now, but they are there, and that we now have them guarded. At least they should not be infecting anybody else anytime
Well, I think
soon.
the best job would be to chuck them into the ocean.
Maybe not.
Yes, but is that going to then contaminate
There's spores coming off them.
everything in there?
But if it's being
Are we
dumped
then going to
anyway-
end up
oh,
with big, huge sea
They
monsters?
might eat this. Oh, yes, of course. Obviously, yes.
I mean, it doesn't affect us. We're inland, but
Yeah.
you
I
know,
would probably recommend.
Well, it
digging
I think
affects you
any
getting
seaside
food.
city might
Oh,
not be
very
too
in-
happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can imagine that people
yes,
start
yes.
catching fish that are 10 times the size they should and have tentacles or something, and
But then
becomes
again,
a
if you
local
bury them, it
delicacy,
may
and then
damage
everybody's
the crops.
ill.
Mm.
Keep them wrapped up and in the metal
That's why we are
boxes.
keeping them in these metal boxes. We cannot think what to do with them at the moment. There must be a way of destroying them.
Mm,
But
yes.
we are not sure.
Is it going to be worth us taking them?
The
with
other thing
us?
is, are they even natural, or
That's what we're trying
have they
to
been
figure out.
manufactured?
We do not know.
This is
What
this
food
is
is
very
the captain eating?
difficult. So
Focus
whilst
focus.
this conversation has been going on, Piron, the tavern owner, he's effectively brought along steak and chips type of meal for you.
Mhm.
A very simple meal, easy to cook, quick to cook, and
You can make it
he's been
batches.
topping up your glasses with this because the mayor's here. He's
Is it
just got
literally
out-
just meat, or is it like
It's like the meat,
seasoned
meat and
all that
chips
sort of stuff?
and vegetables, but there's nothing special about it.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
But he's broken out the best wine that he's got.
Well, I'm just going to
I'm
be
gonna-
drinking
I'm
And
water.
it's an expensive wine, but he kind of feels it's worth it as a celebration.
I'm gonna go over to the captain's plate. Hopefully that he's got some left, and just kind of scatter some things on his steak.
What are you doing?
Seasoning.
Trust me, taste it.
What
It's
do you
it's like a mix of like
looks like
pepper,
sawdust?
Salt, pepper, and
pepper,
garlic.
salt, just like a full like a
Herbs.
herb. Yeah, I bought
And
some.
you know
herbs
that
and
I am
spices.
not allergic to salt.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm not allergic to
This is
salt.
natural
It's
sea
fine.
salt, mate.
It's fine. Thank you very much. It'll be interesting. But,
I'm going to not be partaking in the wine. I'll just be drinking water.
It's fine.
For obvious
Sensible.
reasons.
I don't touch
Snuggum's
what
there just
alcohol
downing.
either.
Snuggum's having
So,
loads of alcohol at this point. Snuggum's pretty much passed out on the table from the alcohol.
At the end of the meal, she kind of sits back and Pierre, if you do not mind, some of that sherry. Of course. And he brings along a lot of little sherry glasses and pours out this sherry for you. To those of you who are drinking at least.
Yeah, not me or you.
And she just
So
gets
just
a
me
little
then,
glass.
'cause
She's
Snuggum's
like,
passed out.
Snuggum's passed out at this point.
she's just like, this is the one thing I really look forward to at the end of every day. One of these. Oh, it is magnificent. And she takes a little
C'est
sip
magnifique.
and then looks around the table at you all. Please forgive me, but
I'm going to have to die. now.
with what you're doing is a wonderful service to all of Escania, not just Sonan and Brené and wherever else your travels take you.
We're just
As-
following the trail of the crystals to
but
find out the origin and
I
the
am going to
cause.
ask you one more favor.
Just
I
before
am
you carry
sorry
on,
for this.
as he goes round with the sherry, as he goes to pour mine, I'm just going to grab the bottle and go, yeah, just one for the night. You know.
Can I make a look around?
You can do a strength check with him. This is expensive stuff.
Fair enough.
Can I have Adrian? Can I look around while she's saying this?
Yeah.
Like
That is a 19.
Yeah, you steal the bottle.
22 on perception. It was a nat 20 plus 2 for perception.
Okay, what are you trying to look
I'm
for?
just like I'm getting a very uncomfortable vibe of saying I'm gonna just like
Everything's
this is
you see
we're
nothing
not
out
we're
of the
not
ordinary.
nothing out of the ordinary. Okay,
This
cool.
the impression that you get with that sort of with your sort of rollers. this is someone who doesn't like asking too much of people.
Okay, so it's not like a betrayal vibe. It's
No, she's uncomfortable asking.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
So I just want to make sure I take the bottle, and I say just one for the night, but then obviously I just pour a bit out and pass it.
Yeah, you pour it into your wine glass
Yeah.
rather than the sherry glass.
Your hit flask. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I am sorry for this. Oh, I'm being told I'm too far from the microphone. I apologize. Is this better? Anyway,
Who's saying that? Is that Harry?
MTSFW. I don't know who that is, but thank you.
I think that's
Nice.
one of my friends.
I will. I've come a bit
next
closer to the microphone. It's because I was talking very quietly, I think. But so she's holding this. I have one more favor to ask you, and I am sorry. We have no right to ask any more of you. You see, tomorrow I will start traveling to Borneo.
To where?
Borneo.
It,
Where's that on the map?
it's the next
Next
big
town.
city between. It's the one place between here, Borneo, and the
Mountains.
and the capital, basically.
Okay. That one there that looks like born on Nay.
Borneo.
Okay, so that place.
Borneo.
Okay.
So tomorrow I travel to Borneo to report what has happened and your wonderful work, really, to the regional minister. They will want a full, detailed set of information about what has happened. I can provide it now. But I would like you to accompany me.
What time do you have to leave?
I will be leaving probably after 9:10 in the morning, if that suits.
That's fine with me. Yeah.
How's it spelled again?
Well, if we're going to check out these warehouses quickly.
They've already been
You do
checked.
not need to. We have just done that.
Oh, you've checked.
They've
Okay.
checked them. So we could wake up early, do any shopping we need to in the morning, and then head off.
And
Well,
who is it she needs
There
to
is
speak
probably
to,
nothing you will need to get.
No, okay.
Before we meet the regional minister, you will have time to have a look around at the sides of Borneo.
Okay.
Hopefully,
town.
they are not having the same problems we have had here.
It's a bigger town.
I mean, so far from where we've gone has had the problems, so.
So, you are willing to come?
I'm more than willing. I don't know about you guys, and
Yeah.
Snuggum's currently unconscious, so I think
We'll just assume he's
we'll
going.
assume he's in.
How old
Although-
is he? He
We
kind of
don't
looks like
know.
he's a small child.
No, he is an adult. We believe he said he's an adult. So.
We've been serving him alcohol, so I hope so.
Okay.
No.
To
Who's
be
been
honest,
serving
I
him
have not
alcohol?
met.
Oh, these French people.
I have not met many
Kobolds.
kobolds. I
Never have we.
honestly do not know at what age they become adults. That is the difficult thing for these poor barkeepers.
He does
Different
not have an
races
age.
reach maturity at different ages. You know, an elf, well, you shouldn't be really serving them before they're 80.
Hmm.
But, you know, they look like a human adult at
Mm.
20. So,
It's we'll take the
So-
chance.
If you-
Very quickly. You look like a very modest lady, but you also look like you appreciate some of the, not necessarily need or want them, but you appreciate.
is this Bobbo just trying to get something again?
Yes.
I just want to know if there's any hat shops in Borneo.
Look at that. Any recommended hat places?
Short of Brunei itself, Borneo is one of the fashion capitals of Escania.
Hey.
I promise you, if there is a type of hat you are looking for, you will find it there.
You
Now-
just want to go for the hats now, don't you?
Yeah.
And she kind of downs the rest of the sherry. And now, because of this, and you have agreed to this, I think I can do you a favor.
Oh, okay.
There's something we should do to make your efforts more official and allow you to move more freely through
I don't know about
all
you.
of our
but
nation.
maybe pretty freely all well.
She didn't give us wings.
I don't know, lad.
We
enough.
we cannot afford to pay you, but to ensure that you cannot be accused of doing any ill for the country, and even for anything as preposterous as being accused of invaders or anything like that, when you're obviously going to be found near these problems, I would like to swear you in as deputies of the Brene Guard. Will you take the oath to protect Brene?
Why are you rolling dice?
Oh, I've just got out of an organisation. I don't know if I want to join one again.
It is not. It is not something that is a job that you have to
Sworn
be
in as
beholden
what?
to. The deputies
If I can
of
help.
the Brene.
So are you saying we get the benefits, but we don't have to take the?
It basically means that you make an oath, and with that oath, you make an oath to protect our nation and do no wrong, and in return, you get free movement.
Makes sense then, doesn't it?
You know, you turn up to a city and they don't like the look of you. You flash them the badge, they will let you in.
Oh, we get a badge.
There are badges.
Can I make an oath to protect as many people as possible?
As long as you say as well as the Brene, or you can add on as well as others.
As well as others. Okay.
Thank you to whoever was it, Sofa Jedi. Thank you for.
That's a cool name.
That is pretty cool.
Jedi.
Thank you
That's
for
Luke.
following.
He sits on the... Oh no, he's a
don't know.
stormtrooper.
Silver Jedi.
If you are willing, I can.
How about he goes down as a Brunei medic? They have to take an oath to heal as many people as possible.
I am happy for you to make the oath to Brunei and the rest of the world added in if you wish. If that's what you want.
But not if they're doing damage to Brunei.
Oh, okay. So if they're doing damage to Brunei, they're just not able to be healed. I'll see how it is.
So if you are willing,
You sounded a bit like Michael Caine there.
So, Master Bruce. Sorry.
I have no intention
I've
of
no
marrying
intention.
another.
So anyway,
matter.
It makes
Throw
sense.
Spears at me.
That's not the right sherry. This is a sherry. It's great.
Yeah, put my
Anyway,
Nah.
Anyway,
is there a full
If you were-
do we have to wear a uniform?
no.
Don't know if it's worth
It
it.
is just a,
Get a badge.
it is just a badge that is magically bonded to you, so that
It's magically bonded.
yes, it's a very clever thing. It's basically you put it on, and it will stay on.
That sounds like
So
It will not-
how do we flash
without
it then if it's on?
with it is attached to your clothing, and unless it is actually torn off with a bit of your clothing attached, it will not come off unless you remove it.
Oh.
How about if I
If
just have a
someone
wallet
else
which I can
happens to
flip?
get hold of it and tries to wear it, it will always fall off.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. That's pretty. I say we do this, though. You know, what's the harm?
As I've been saying quite a few times and not listened to, it makes sense.
I guess we'll
Very
do...
well. If you would like to raise your right hands,
Wait, which one's my right hand?
the one you write with, and if you were left-handed,
I'm ambidextrous.
I can...
the one you wipe your bottom with.
Dip, dub, dub.
I can't believe you have to think about that. You
Just follow me because I'm on the same side as
So-
you.
Oh yeah!
repeat after me. I solemnly swear.
Do we have to do it in the accent?
No.
Okay.
I solemnly swear.
That I am not no good. Sorry.
I solemnly swear
I solemnly swear.
that I will act as best that I can.
That I will
Well,
act
that's
as best as I can.
Yeah,
Come
what
on,
they
you gotta
said,
say
what they
it.
said.
You gotta say
You gotta
it.
say that.
What is that?
That I will act as best as I can.
Go on, boy.
For the
Luckily, it's as best
protection-
as I can.
For the protection of Brene
For the protection
of
Brene.
and other nations, if you wish.
And other nations, if you wish.
Its people and its possessions.
It's people and its possessions.
Hang on,
I can't
hang
say
on,
that
hang on.
word.
Possessions as well.
Yes, the people and
My
his
healing
possessions
magic is
are
going to
then
be stretched
going
thin.
Are
up
we-
to
are we-
destroy everything.
Are we talking the town's possession?
You do realise you're not supposed to question when you're halfway through an oath, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Should we start this again?
Nope. Carry
It's
on.
fine. Come on, let's go.
I solemnly swear
I solemnly swear
that I will act as best that I can
that I will act
That's
as best as I can
for the protection of Brine,
for the protection of Brunei
its people and its possessions,
and other
People
nations
and his
and
and his people
possessions.
and his possession.
that I will uphold the laws of Brine,
That I will uphold the laws of Brunei.
allow the truth to guide me,
And the truth to guide.
and will act with good intentions at all times.
And will act with
Good intentions.
reasonable
What's that?
intentions of all.
Okay,
What? You
Good,
missed out
good.
lines.
I didn't miss out lines.
Good intentions of all times.
I said the lines.
Very well. Now you have made the oath.
Of course.
I will bring the badges in the morning. And
Fingers crossed on.
if the badges believe, the
Yeah,
badges
of course.
themselves, if they believe that you have made the oath correctly, they will bond to you.
James Bond.
You may call it James if you wish. Everybody else just calls it a badge.
I'm gonna call him Tim. He's gonna be my best friend.
Very well.
Tim the badge.
And yeah, she kind of wipes a small tear from her eye at the same time because it means a lot to her that people are willing to
Help people.
actually help
Oh, that's sweet.
the nation that she loves.
Oh.
Thank you. You do not know how much this means to me personally. At this point, she kind of steadily gets to her feet. You kind of get the impression that she's used to not standing up too quick. But she gets up and she kind of starts to walk away, turns back to you. Thank you again. I will see you in the morning after breakfast.
Can I go over and open the door for her?
You wish?
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you very much. It is a 2-day journey. We will stay overnight at the Dark Outpost.
Yes.
So we should have some comfort in bed. Even if the food there isn't great. But
Does this place
They
do
will see you there.
takeaways? We could take some of this food.
Possibly.
and yeah, with that she turns and leaves.
How far, as she's leaving and she's going out the door, would I be able to just cast cure wounds as she's leaving, so I can do it at range? So when she's
Well, she
passing
said she
by,
was just older and
I
not.
know, but you never know what's there.
So
I'll just do a cure wound sort of discreetly as she's leaving. It sort of gives her more heals her if she has any injuries she's not aware of or stuff like
yeah,
that.
she's
might-
not really
she's
got any
probably
interest. She's
just
just
old.
elderly.
But it also does cover cure diseases, so if she has anything wrong with her, it'll.
You've
call
probably just extended her life, and she
Yeah.
wanted to end
Yeah,
it.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
ask for anything. So
That ruined her chances of
dying early.
getting to Dignitas.
Darn it.
Yeah, and
Well, I think what this calls for is a drink of cranberry juice.
I can imagine you're more the one that goes for the prune juice.
Prune juice, come
A
here.
warrior's drink.
Kapla.
No, empty bottles. You're just there going, I want some alcohol, but it's empty bottles.
With that, the captain stands up. It has been nice talking to you tonight, and well, enjoy the Dark Outpost.
Oh dear.
Before you leave, did you say you had men that were injured?
They will live. They're
You
fine.
don't want me to come and
We
help
have our
you?
own healers.
You're
They're okay.
okay.
You rest. And
Oh,
he kind
cool.
of taps you on the shoulder.
Oh, okay, no worries. Alright.
It's strange.
Hmm.
You are the first Grennari I have ever met that actually healed people.
Well, you know.
Every
Do a
other
bit of
every Grennari I've ever come across is more interested in hurting.
Oh, well.
So,
you know.
No, he's interested in two
yes,
things.
you have. You've changed the stereotype I have.
Oh, thank you very much.
He's only interested in two things: eating and healing.
Exactly. It's all I'm good at.
Very
I
well.
can't heal if it gets eaten.
Very well.
That's great.
With that, he.
Have a good day. Takes a hand away very slowly.
Captain, before you leave, can I actually get one of those uniforms?
No.
Oh.
I'm gonna go and check
Goodbye.
it. I'm gonna go check on Snuggum. Snuggum, are you alive? Just on the table.
Yeah. During all of this, Snuggum kind of woke up a bit. He did the oath and then put his head back down,
It's like,
snoring his head off.
it's just like
Bless it. Well, actually, no, it's probably more really high-pitched snoring.
Did
I
Snuggum
like those
ever
tiny
do his
little dogs
age?
do.
What?
Did you ever know
More,
Snuggum's
more
age?
snuffles than.
No.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Elzana. No.
I don't know. I
Do
don't
you
know
know
how.
Snuggum's age?
I don't know how old kobolds
Never
lived
asked.
I did ask, but he
I-
kind of ignored me.
I think they live to about 80, if I've got it right.
Mm.
At least in D&D.
Yet. And I think he was a younger one, so
Yeah.
maybe in the region of
I think he's kind of
Out the border.
18,
early
20
adult.
sort
Yeah.
of thing.
I don't know.
If he's an adult, well, I mean, he's been let go. He's been allowed to
probably an
leave.
adult, so
Yeah, he's been allowed
Yeah, I would
to
have said
leave the
probably
pack,
around
so he's
early
probably
very
20s,
young.
late teens kind of thing.
yeah,
very well.
cute but vicious looking as well.
Like me.
Sure.
Sure thing.
You tell yourself that.
Just crack smile like, oh, I'm a friend.
Yeah, tries to make a joke, and all you see is this smile come out with
Smile.
massive teeth.
It's like, both only a mother could love, but even she ran away. Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, bedtime it is, lads. Let's go. Let's go sleep.
Well, let's face it. Kobolds come from eggs.
Yeah,
They're all hatched as part of a nursery.
that is true. Yeah.
And let's face it, chances are no one claimed him.
Oh.
He's an ugly bugger.
he's not.
I can't lie.
Hey, his intelligence ain't
Yeah, actually, what's his charisma score?
+0.
Hmm. Maybe it's pretty for a kobold, then it's just plain 0.
Yeah,
Never know.
it's 10, so
I mean, Magnus is ugly as. Anyway,
yeah,
To be fair, at +0, wouldn't he be average?
it's average.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
for a
which is-
kobold.
for a kobold, which is okay. Right.
Okay, are you going to do anything else this night? Or
Um,
are you all off to bed?
I think I'm going to have a look around the town because it's the curfew's no longer in effect. So I'll just
Yeah.
look for people to help before we go to sleep. So I'll use as much of like my
Yeah, you're
healing
going to
spell.
find very, very few people out on the streets.
No, but
They've
I'll-
got used to over the last week or so
Mm.
of having a curfew, and
There's no one out really.
there's no reason to be out at the moment.
Okay. Well, as long as I don't see anyone that
You
looks
know, it's
like
not
they need
like
help
you've
or
got
anything.
anybody that was living out on the street,
Yeah, there's
or
no one
is the
like
sort
that,
of
so cool.
person that was
Okay.
likely to be
Is there a church?
out drinking or something. Then they would have all been
Is there a
probably
church
gobbled.
nearby?
There will be some temples, yes.
I want to just go visit the temple and pray
yeah.
a bit.
Yeah.
Before heading off to sleep. That's what I
I'm
wanna do.
just, I'm just going to go up to my room and flick through the diary.
At the temple, I'll take my my candles and like incenses and stuff, and I'll take the bag which I was given from Bobbo, which is Aries, to give him a proper send off and stuff like that. So
Is this how you were praying?
yes, pray. For the
It's funny
truth.
because it looks really weird.
Sorry, I
on,
had a
on
really
the
bad
screen.
back and I'm stretching. I had a tight back from earlier.
I
But yeah,
was wondering whether
no.
you're going to start.
What? No, yoga. No, I'll just give him a proper prayer and send off, and it's not like a proper burial, but it's like a prayer for putting him at peace and all that sort of stuff. So that'll be that. So and I'll go back and sleep.
Excellent.
Bobby's just drinking.
In the morning,
No, I'm upstairs.
Oh,
Flicking
yeah.
through that diary.
Oh, you're reading the
in
diary.
the
got the
morning you
satchel,
wake
I still
up
have the diary.
and the first person to talk gets a dirty look from Snug and is, shh. Clearly,
Are you okay?
you know, and if you try doing it again, he picks up his bow staff and he's looking at you. He's going to attack you if you start peeing him off. But no, you all pack up your things. You go downstairs. They give you a nice breakfast again.
Does that mean we've had a full rest?
Yes, you've been having a full rest
Okay,
because you
that's good.
slept overnight.
How's
Nice.
the rubber, honey?
No, you may not have the rubber.
No.
And yeah, after you've had your breakfast of
Hang on, Chris has got the pencil.
which is like a lot of pastries and things like that, hams, cheeses,
Croissant.
and you know, pane of chocolate, those sort of things.
And a chocolat.
Or as a certain celebrity says, cracks on.
Who's
Before we
is
leave,
that
I would
again?
like to leave a
Tom Holland.
pouch of gold
it?
on the table, on the
Yeah.
counter for the owners of the establishment.
It's nice of you.
I'll put 10 gold in it and just leave it there.
Nice.
Saying thank you for treating us so well and good luck.
Nice.
I can't really afford too much, but I'm going to leave him 3 silver pieces.
I'm sure they'll appreciate it when they find it.
Yeah, I'm literally not
I'm
giving
going to make
it.
sure someone notices, so don't just get robbed.
No. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it on like the bedside
Behind
cabinet of the
counters.
room.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Like,
do
They'll,
that.
they'll find it that way.
Yeah, that way they won't find it until
Yeah,
they
Clean it. Yeah.
clean the room.
Good idea.
That's assuming they clean the rooms.
Oh,
Anyway,
This is quite a nice establishment.
It
I
is,
think
yes.
they changed the rooms.
Lucien is a good place.
You not got any gold at all?
No, not got much.
So shortly after you finish this,
Somebody else
breakfast-
is a millionaire though.
not me.
Shortly after you finish your breakfast,
I have no idea what you're talking
this
about.
this carriage pulls up outside, and it is a beautiful carriage. It is a fine carriage.
Am I going to fit in it?
You will.
Oh,
It's a very large carriage. I mean, there's 4 of you going to fit in there with the mare with comfort. It's
Did you say it
very
was a
wide.
fancy carriage?
yeah, it's very wide.
Millionaire.
It's kind of you've got the two lots of seats facing each other.
So in that case, then I'm going to get in and start working out. So I'm going to do some star jumps and everything because I'm a half.
No, you're not.
not.
And if you do that, then she's going to kick you out whilst you're going over a cliff. All right?
Oh.
No,
I'm
this
just
carriage.
demonstrating
This carriage.
how big it is. You know.
I'm going to start throwing dice at you, and then I'll have to buy more from Tabletop Dominion.
Oh, yes. At least you get that 50%
Kelly!
off. Yeah.
No, this carriage pulls up, and it is a very lavish thing. It is a very nice big carriage. Your bags and things are either stowed under your seats if you wish, or they're put on top. The driver is fully dressed up, and you see him step down and open the carriage door. And the mare, he helps her step out and down the steps. And in contrast to the simple dress and the
Jane.
the kind of she had the simple
modest.
dress and the simple cardigan.
So instead of the modest look, it's going to be
Yeah.
more extravagant.
Now she is wearing more stately clothing. You know,
Okay.
she's kind of doing the business now. Not too lavish, but she carries the air of a stateswoman now, rather than just a woman of the people. And she enters the tavern, and unlike the previous night when people just simply nodded to her in acknowledgement, now they stand up. All the other people in the place, they kind of stand up and bow their head to her. Stop it. You know I have the pomp and ceremony. I hate it. But, and she kind of looks over to you and goes, are you ready?
I believe so.
Shall we go?
You don't scrub up too bad, do you?
The same cannot be said for you.
Hey, I was being
She
nice.
just winks at you.
You're in there, Bobbo.
You're in there, Bobbo. Get in there, lad.
We've got to have a bit of humour if we're going to spend some time together.
Oh, trust me.
And
Fair enough.
she leads you back outside, and she's
Anderloss has got PTSD from this group at this point.
she's helped back up into the carriage, and she's kind of settles herself down. You can see that she's got like there's like a little shelf with a bar going across it, so she's got like a book, some pen, paper, there's sort of things up there. So she's able to do a bit of work if she needs to. And you guys are led to the carriage.
The same carriage that she's in.
Yeah.
Can I
Same
sit
one.
next to the driver? Is there enough room to sit next to the
You
driver?
could do, but there's plenty of space inside.
I
Can't
wanna-
even
I
all
want to
fit
sit
in
next to
there.
the driver.
Okay.
I'll just watch him doing it because it's a new skill that
I mean,
is something.
they won't be upset about it.
Cool.
Yeah. And once you're all on board, the carriage starts pulling away, and it goes obviously downhill past where you had
Reacquired Bob Snuggum.
everything happening last night, and pretty much the spot where you and Snuggum were kind of making your last stand.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
previous
that's what it
day,
was.
kind of like almost 24 hours ago, where you were, there is now a fire burning, and you can see corpses
Being piled on.
well, they're kind of already on there. They've already been burnt. They're still smouldering away, and they're still adding more wood on top.
Yeah,
to
the
keep
smoke
the
from
heat
the
going.
bodies ain't going to turn people.
They hope not, but you know,
But they're
it
right.
does seem like everything's okay now.
That's good. They probably wrapped him up. That would stop the stink as well.
Not the
It's
stink.
wrap-
Obviously, if they've
Yeah.
returned...
Yeah.
But their hope is that enough heat will destroy
Destroy
whatever.
You think about it, if they return by the breathing in the crystals, if you breathe in the fumes from their burning bodies, wrapped up or not, is it going to have the same effect as what I'm saying?
Depends if the body is essentially dissipated the effects of the crystals before then.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. We don't know.
It's kind
do
of
we?
the thought process they have is
Kill it with
that
fire.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pretty
yeah.
much.
Well, the thought process they've had is that the magic within the spores has been used up in the conversion process, which is why they're not that infectious.
Mm.
Whereas the crystals themselves, the raw crystals, you've got a much higher chance of
Yeah.
infection from those.
Okay.
Yeah, and as you're travelling, not a lot happens this day. It is just a gentle journey. There are times when things go quiet and she might look out the window, times when she falls asleep.
So she's not doing any work.
And there are times when she's just reading.
It's a long journey.
Yeah.
2 days.
So she's not doing any work or anything.
Not specifically, no. Now and again, you see her she writes into a journal, but nothing much.
How about a game, milady?
Oh no.
No, she won't be playing games or anything like that. She's
This is
more,
business mode.
yeah.
Okay.
She's not in.
Pass the time. Somebody has to pass the time.
Hey, you're more than welcome to join me and play a game, girls, or something on the front.
On top of the carriage.
You can sit on my lap.
on the horse's ass.
Aces. Whoa!
Yeah, I can imagine. Snap. Nay! No, let's not do that. But no, now and again, you have a bit of small talk, and then the conversation gets a bit deeper. And she says to you, "What do you know in Sornon about the Dark Outpost?"
Nothing.
You do not know. Well, the Dark Outpost where we are spending the night. It is one of 2 known places, I believe. One of which is in Nathanoria, to the far northeast of Escania. But this is one of the 2 places where we know there is an entrance to the Underdark. It is
Entrance to the what?
The Underdark.
the Underdark.
Underdock.
Dark.
Underdark.
D-A-R-K.
It is fenced off with steel, and then a castle, effectively an outpost, was built around it. And there are all soldiers of the Brunese army. They have to do a rotation there every now and again. And effectively, they see it as boring as hell.
So why is it called the Dark Outpost?
Because it goes down into the Underdark. That is it. Nothing ever happens. It's been probably good 200 years before since anybody saw anything.
Fair enough.
Since then, it has just been barred off, and that's it.
Couldn't you just seal it up?
We could, but
Save the wages.
well, the idea is
There's valuable things. To
it's good, a good place to train guards, but it's also it is one of those things where if you seal it up, they will find another way.
And then you got
If you don't seal it up, then at least you have maybe a slight warning. Things are predictable. You can base your strategies and responses and any other planning based on that locale. If you seal it up, you do not know where to store your troops. You do not know where to sort out your logistics of, how you're going to get food to the right place for your troops and things like that.
So
Better to know where they're going to come.
even with there not being much going on, why are we staying there tonight?
Just because it is halfway to Boronai.
I,
It is a good place for us to stop.
I-
There are other towns and things, but
That's the
there is a
exact
good place
halfway
to stay.
point.
And to be honest, as a man who is currently in charge of the place, he is an old friend. So I wanted to stop there and say hello. That was all.
I understand that, but
Do not
I-
worry, you will not be in any danger. I'm sure of it.
I don't know, with our luck recently.
I'm just going to be sitting and watching the man with watching the horse and be
Yeah,
like,
you don't. You
how does this
listen
work?
to the conversation.
I have no idea what's going on. I'm like, you're doing this very well.
Just every now and again, you're like, right, Anderloss.
Oh yeah, I'm watching this lovely horse.
Nom nom.
Nom nom nom.
It's not edible, Anderloss.
I don't know about you, but chicken. Nom nom nom.
Let me tell you a little bit about myself.
I've
as
not tried
well.
horse before.
You see,
Well, I know you don't like games.
no, not really. Not these sort of games. You see, I come from one of the largest aristocratic families in all of Brinaise. And,
See, that shocks me.
why?
I don't know. Coming from a family like that, you would expect a bit more. I don't know, a bit more of a pompous attitude, really.
There are some in the family like that. But you see, I always wanted a simpler life. I would rather be one of the people than one of their rulers. And, well, when I informed my family that this is what I wanted in life, and that I would not marry into another aristocratic family or anything like that, I think I was about 18 at the time. I told them I was leaving for Bernard, and it is where I've lived ever since. But my family were not very open to me doing this. They did not like it, but of course they did not want to be shamed or anything like that. So they came to a compromise. I had to come here as a junior diplomat, and well, to those in high society, it looked like I was being punished by the family for doing some wrong within the family. But from my side, I got what I wanted. So it allowed it to save face.
Well, you seem to be fairly well respected, unlike some of these diplomats.
Yes, you see, some people love power. It tends to be those who go chasing power all their lives, are so consumed with it, so consumed with telling people what to do, and they are highly arrogant and narcissistic. Nothing is ever their fault. It's always someone else's problem. They like to take the rewards and the praise, but they will never take responsibility. And I knew
Like
this
a
from an
character
early age.
assassination.
I just knew this from an early age, so I didn't want to be part of it. I realized that rather than telling someone how to do something, I would rather just go and do it. I just wanted to be one of the people. But
Don't you find they get a bit lazy like that, though? If you're doing everything for them.
they will if you do it for everyone, but I just wanted to do it with them rather than for them.
Oh, okay.
But eventually, as the town, they accepted me as one of their own rather than as someone from one of the big families, and well, yeah, that was that. And of course, I carried on as a diplomat and doing other work as well. And I was about mid-30s, I think, when the mayor died. And I did not seem to really get much choice in it. The town voted me in as mayor almost unanimously.
So you've only been doing this about a year then?
You're not very good at the flattery.
I thought I was pretty good, actually.
No, not really. I have been doing it half my life. More than that. But there is something that is very ironic about what we are doing now. You see, the regional minister, I did not want to tell you this beforehand, but the regional minister is actually my younger brother.
The one who died.
No.
What are you on about?
Hang on, hang on.
I
got a
have
bit
not lost a younger brother. I do not think I have.
Hang on, I got a bit confused there. So,
She got kicked out of the family because she wanted to live as one of the people, and then her family demoted her to a lower down position to
a
make it look like
junior
punishment.
diplomat,
It
yes.
looks like a
They
punishment.
didn't kill anyone.
No one died.
My family are not like that.
Oh, no. Sorry, I thought you said that your younger brother was the one who you took over from because he died.
Oh no, that was the mayor that died.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting confused.
No, it was the mayor. No.
Sorry, that was my
No, he
mistake.
was not in my family.
It's all right, Bobbo. We understand.
So I'm still a bit groggy from
Small
last night.
person, small brain. It's fine. But no, ironically, the regional minister that we are going to see is my little brother, Albert. Yes, Minister Albert Modeste, and he is.
Albert Modeste.
Thankfully, I have been able to.
Albert or Albert?
Albert.
Albert.
Spell like Albert.
Albert.
Ah, okay.
He is not an Albert. That would.
That would be terrifying.
I'm not sure how that would happen in my family. We are not like that.
Albert's a cute.
What's your father a druid? No? Oh, okay.
What is wrong with being a druid?
Nothing.
You're not there. Shut up.
I'm at the front.
You got here.
Hello.
But yeah, he is a good man. He originally wanted to make a name for himself, and it took him a long time to win enough support to become a minister. But he is doing a good job, and I like to write to him. I have advised him now and again on a few things, and he keeps me informed of what's going on back in the family and things like that. Yeah, it's life has worked out well. I am happy. He is happy, and everything is good. Later on, just before the sun sets, so we're talking late afternoon, you've passed through the town. I say town, it's more of a village with several taverns for the travellers going between cities. You've passed through that, and then you continue on, and then kind of come off the main road and go about a mile up the road to what's known as the Dark Outpost.
So we passed through a village, did you say?
Yeah, it was just a little village. There was nothing there really.
A village.
But yeah, you travel up through there, and
we're arriving at the place, yeah.
Yeah, you're arriving at the about a mile off the main road. You eventually arrive at the Dark Outpost, and you can already see in the distance that the fog's starting to come in.
This don't look spooky, does it?
Yeah, it always gets to me. This place doesn't look the most inviting. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I did not like the look of that. I hope I am not in danger. Fire 1406.
Terrible. I just saw that and made me laugh.
But no, the gates are opened. The carriage goes through the entire gatehouse. Yeah, the kind of almost like you would get in a castle where they've got the drawbridge and
So this
portcullis
is
and everything.
it's like a mini
like that,
fort,
but there's
basically.
no moat really.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a basic military outpost. It's got the functions, but
it's a fort, but
it's the whole point is it's not meant to be a permanent place for people to make a home.
got you. It's
It's
kind
for,
of like
it's for the soldiers to stay, do some work, clear off.
it's a training place, but as well as
So it's got some crossbowmen on the walls and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. There are plenty of crossbowmen, and that's one of the things they do. They actually practice with their bows.
Okay.
It's not just crossbow. It will be whichever one they prefer: longbow, shortbow, crossbow.
It's their specialty, basically.
Yeah,
Bowgun.
this is one of the places they go to learn,
Okay.
and teach others actually as well.
Okay.
And as they arrive, they're allowed to go in through the first gate, and then the doors are shut behind, and then you just have to kind of wait there. And a soldier comes up, and he reads some paperwork from the driver, and he then kind of nods, goes through, opens up the next door, and the carriage goes into the main courtyard. And it's a bit of a weird courtyard because you can see that bits. It used to kind of be where you've got the edge of the rock face, like a cliff almost.
Okay.
The walls kind of come round with various rooms, and then it's kind of like they built the main walls as a fortification, and then thought about putting the buildings up against the wall afterwards, and then joined them together. So it's kind of like it's like a small home was extended and extended again and extended again.
It's been built on.
Yeah, and it's ended up having a courtyard that's a weird shape, you've kind of got like a dining room building that's kind of juts out into the middle of all of it.
Okay.
It's very odd. Yeah, the carriage goes inside and veers off round to the right, ready for the horses to be untethered and the carriage to be stowed. And another soldier comes along to start taking baggage and whatever. The original one runs off to somewhere else, comes running back, and says, sort of brings back someone who's clearly in charge.
Okay.
He comes along and
Is this Albert?
no, you haven't got to there yet.
This is like his head of guards or something. Like
Yeah,
okay.
This is basically,
Captain.
this guy he comes up and goes, "Welcome to the outpost, Your Honor." And he shakes the mayor's hand, and I hope you are well. I am indeed well, Commandant Nevers. It has been a while since we have seen each other, and they kind of, it's something you haven't seen much, but they embrace each other as if they're very old friends. They've known each other a long time.
How's Nevers spelled? Is it literally like never?
Nivere. It doesn't really matter how you spell it anyway.
I'll just call him Commandant Neville.
Commandant Neville.
Yeah.
But they do this sort of thing, and then bit of small talk, and he leads you to some quarters where you guys will be staying, and as you're about to go through into the large dining room, you hear a really loud roar off to the left, to the far wall.
Good.
And you kind of all glance over, and the mayor jumps a little bit, and the commandant says, "No need to worry. We have another one of those beasts, but he is in a cell, just not happy. We're not quite sure what to do with it at the moment. It's a rather big one, but all will be fine. We'll be fine."
I'm not sure about that.
No, I'm not.
And she says, he goes, "I'm sure we'll just kill it soon."
But...
"Oh, please, Commandant, please. It does appear that these beasts are actually our kin. May we see them?" And he kind of shrugs, and he leads all of you over to this pen. And it's like a steel cell, where the iron has kind of been woven in and then riveted through all the different joints. So it is a full-on cage, effectively, that has then been concreted into the ground type of thing. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I do not understand. How can they be our kin?
Because they hafted crystal.
Sorry?
They hafted crystals.
There's been incidents popping up all over the recent countries about people who have managed to acquire these blue-growing crystals that turn them into monsters.
Ah.
Proto-arcana
This
crystals.
this is these crystals are converting the people
Yes,
like a disease.
yes.
Basically.
That is not good. I hope we find the source of this soon.
That's
the plan.
why we're here.
Ah, that explains your visit.
Yes.
Very well.
Just so we can sleep a little better tonight, we can help get rid of this if you want.
Oh, we want to look at it in daylight. It was only
They don't like the light.
They do not like the light.
We can tell you that much.
yes, we have seen that. We are trying to study it.
You won't
To
know
be
that.
honest,
You
the
sure you don't-
studying that we were trying to do, and we are trying to do, has been more based on best ways of killing it. Not just to kill it, but to
Dancing on
study
their
it.
head is very effective.
But we are trying to study it, to understand it, so that we can pass on this knowledge and
You sure you don't want to
save lots of
swallow
other
one?
people. But, you know, this thing kind of roars a bit, rattles the cage, and you realize that this thing ain't going nowhere. And
He says
Mm.
that.
you turn away.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. You turn away, and you're all taken into the dining room. Your things are put into your rooms, and
I like to keep on my
basic
stuff.
food,
Yes.
whatever you want to
I'll
keep on you
me.
with you, but other stuff is taken along.
Yeah.
But yeah, you sit down. You're starting to have a meal. It is army rations. It's not bad food. You know, it's not like you're eating trail rations or anything, but it's certainly not as nice as the tavern.
That was
But,
a nice tavern.
You know, it's food.
I'll add some herbs and
it's free.
spices in there just to make it a bit more palatable.
You can add whatever you like onto yours.
Oh, yes.
And
why not?
the commandant's
Thank you.
saying,
Thank you, Bobbo.
so that one out there, it came out of the hills just south of here.
What's south
just
of that place?
it seemed to be wandering aimlessly. Then, when it spotted some of our soldiers, it charged. He kind of shakes his head. Several of my men and women were injured. Thankfully, none of them too severely.
You say it come out of the hills. Did you send anyone down there, or do you
No.
know of anyone who lives in them?
Would I be
No,
able to?
I mean, it's just hills. You know, it could come from anywhere.
Would I
It
be
just
able
happened to have walked down that way.
Would I be able to see the injured?
They have
I'm a
already
very
been
good
healed.
doctor.
It's fine.
Oh,
But
okay.
thank you for your offer.
Nobody wants me to heal anybody. This-
And,
Your time will come when battle happens.
That's true.
he
That
looks.
normally happens.
The commandant looks over at the mayor. I have asked your brother what we should do with these creatures when we see them, and well, if what you say is true, that these are people, then I can't see them being cured.
Well, that's the thing. We
What an
just don't
awful
know.
fate to have to go through. And she says, yes, it is very awful. My companions here have found and had to kill many of them. And she turns to all of you. What do you think? Do you think they can be saved?
I honestly don't know. Until we know the origin of the crystals, how it works, what makes the crystal how it is, we just don't know.
I mean, I hope it can be reversed, but we do not know. We really don't.
I think the main problem is how long are you willing to wait to see if you can reverse it?
Exactly.
My understanding of the crystals is nothing really, but at the same time, the only thing that I can think of is that it will naturally come out of their system. However, it's how many people are you willing to lose waiting for it to come out of their system.
But that's the thing, we've got this one caged. That thing ain't going anywhere. And as he says that,
It gets loose.
you hear this almighty roar,
I'm just going to raise an eyebrow at the
and you
guard.
hear
like,
this wrenching noise of metal bending. It's,
Oh.
like the sound you would expect when the iceberg hit the Titanic.
Oh, lovely.
That sort of noise. And he's like, "Oh no!"
You were sure?
And
Oh no.
Oh no. We.
you hear this roaring and all the shouting of the guards. And someone runs in. One of the guards,
Can we actually see the cage from where we are?
not from where you are directly, but he kind of bursts in because it's now dark, fairly dark outside.
Yeah,
He bursts in and he's like, "Commandant, it has broken free.
dun, dun, dun.
It is bigger than it was earlier.
Oh,
It has
dear.
grown.
Oh.
What will we do?" And with that, shall we have a break?
Yeah, good time.
With that, before we do go for a break, Bobbo turns around, looks at these two, and goes, "Time to go to work, boys."
Boys?
Yes.
Boys.
Yes, that's the general terminology.
All right.
Boys.
Okay.
Maybe he is talking to them, Fee. I don't know. But yes, with that, we will take a break. Everybody, while we're on our break, if you go to tabletopdominion.com/geek initiative, you can get 15% off your dice.
That's free.
And if you forget, it's going to be scrolling past the screen.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, we will see you in about 10 minutes.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Have fun.